Hey, I have a couple of pieces of advice for you that I think are hugely important for your success. Hey guys, Randy Gage here, back with another episode of the podcast. Cameras on for you peeps who like to watch on YouTube. Let's give you some advice about advice. First of all, let me give you some advice about asking for advice. The first thing I tell you is only ask for advice from people who have domain expertise. My prosperity teachings, I'm always telling people stop asking for financial advice from broke people. Stop taking relationship advice from authors who've been divorced 5 times. Stop calling your cousins Pookie and Ray Ray to ask if this is a good network marketing company. Stop calling your great uncle who was in the business for 10 minutes back in the 90s and lost, $800 buying stock in Herbalife products or some nonsense. If you want advice on how to build a large, successful network marketing organization, speak to someone who has built and or is building a large, successful network marketing organization. But this is true in all areas of your life. When you ask for advice, don't promise in advance to take the advice. We say, hey, Randy, do you want some advice on, how to invest in the stock market or how to invest in real estate? I might answer, yeah, I'd love some advice. And then they'd say, well, can you promise me you'll take it if I give it to you? And my answer is always going to be no. I will never promise that I'm going to take your advice. What I promise is that I will take your advice seriously, meaning I'll really think about it. I'll be appreciative that somebody took some time to share with me. They gave me their thoughts, and I will evaluate it. But I'm also going to evaluate it, and I'm going to factor in how the advice they gave me might serve their needs more than my needs, or how that advice they gave me uh, might conform to a confirmation bias they have that doesn't really serve me. So I'm going to be mindful and I'm going to be discerning about that advice. Second thing I want to talk to you about is how you do things. It's a cliche, but one that I believe has a boatload of truth, which is how you do one thing is how you do everything. Um, I can't tell you how, I'll be going working long distance. I'll fly somewhere. One of my leaders will pick me up at the airport and they're driving me to my hotel. And I'll say, have you looked at this car the way I look at this car? Do you know the windshield is so dirty? I'm getting a headache just looking out of it. And you're picking me up in this car, and I got fast food wrappers on the floor, or crumbs from your last meal, or hasn't been vacuumed in 2 months. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you want to be, let's call the top rank at your company a diamond director, you have to do things the way diamond directors do things. And you know what? A diamond director would have a clean, washed car. A diamond director would work in an uncluttered environment. A diamond director would be punctual, would be professional. They would do the business with integrity instead of cutting corners. They would make presentations with the goals and the dreams of the candidates in mind, not what their personal goals and dreams are. I like to say, you can see my home is pretty simple, clean. I don't have a bunch of clutter because I believe you can't do clear thinking in a cluttered environment. So how I do one thing is how I do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So just some food for thought, two areas there that I wanted to share with you. Third thing, one more before I let you go. I have a powerful resource that I know can help you. Every month, I put out a newsletter with Jaime Lokier. If you don't know Jaime, you need to. One of the top people in Latin America in our space. So Jaime and I put together a newsletter called MLM Confidential. Comes out every month, and it's just a powerful resource to help you build belief, to know what's going on in the marketplace, to learn about the latest tactics, to kind of challenge you to dial up your big picture strategy. So we talk about recruiting issues, we talk about people issues, leadership issues, a lot of leadership issue stuff. And we have a section called the dish, kind of tell you when you got people promoting these crazy crypto scams and Ponzi schemes. And we call people out. We name names. We let you know what's going on. And when companies closing down their comp plan, or they went bankrupt, or top leaders are being terminated, or top leaders are leaving, the stuff that's actually happening in the space, you'll know about it, and you know about it before most of the other people in our space will. So it's a really a resource that'll really help you set the right culture, create really strong duplication. So I'll put a link in the show notes, but just go to mlmconfidential.com. And right now you can get the charter subscriber price, which is almost half of what the regular subscription price is going to be. So I wanted to let you know that there's a timing issue here. So mlmconfidential.com, lock in a subscription. You really will appreciate it. All right. I hope you go out. You have an amazing week. I'll talk to you next time. Love you guys. Peace.